Okay, I'm at my second DC fast charger. So this time I'm gonna go up to 100% for science sake. I wanna see it's a used car. I wanna see how many max miles I have. Its original mile ranking was 346 miles. So we're at 35%. We pulled up at 32. And from 32 to 80, which is the recommended, it said that it would take 25 minutes. This is a 250 kilowatt. This is the super fast charger. So there's just a look. I learned a little bit more about this since I've charged. Okay, so you can see that's my 172 kilowatt hours. And then I'm at 730. That will slow down as we go. So there should be, so if you look here, since I showed up in non-peak hours, right, so it goes till 8 o'clock, I can get this cost at just 19 cents per kilowatt hour. You can see my session cost is gradually increasing to $1.20 now, and it has I put 6.4 kilowatt hours into my tank, my battery size. So my battery is officially 82 kilowatt hour. That's how much is in the fuel tank, right? So I'm up to 135 miles already. So it's just, I definitely understand everything a lot faster. Now, normally you would just want to do 20 to 80 or 30 to 80. In this case, I would stop at 80. But I did quite a bit of driving, and Tesla does recommend charging to 100% once a week to kind of calibrate the batteries. So this would really be the first time I've ever charged it to 100%. My plan is to charge it at 100% at home. But the reason I'm driving around and checking these superchargers is because I want to get familiar with their locations. I want to get knowing that I can use them. Like, do they work? Am I going to have any issues, with the credit card linked to the account, stuff like that. I'm just trying to get information so I don't make that mistake and then end up showing up here in the middle of the winter and nothing works. But my primary goal is to charge at home and near work, where I stay. So, because I can get it at 14 cents at kilowatt hour at home, at work, and then I can get it at 8 cents a kilowatt hour at home. So if you're wanting numbers for gasoline, let's say the average cost of gasoline is $2.75, right? So at $2.75, the average internal combustion car gets 26.4 miles per gallon. That's average across all vehicles. So at this kilowatt cost right here at 19 cents per kilowatt hour, which is normally 41 cents, at 801 it's 41 cents a kilowatt hour. So at this cost, I can get 60 miles per $2.75. At home at 8 cents per kilowatt hour, I can get 141 miles per $2.75 because we're comparing it to gas cost. At the 41 cents per kilowatt hour, it's literally equal to gas at like 26 miles a gallon. So or at least per 275. And then I charged in near work in a supercharger in my earlier video, which was 37 cents per kilowatt hour, and that cost me, basically it was $2.75 per 31 miles. So the best value is clearly at home, because if you're getting 140 miles per $2.75, then it would be your best interest to charge at home. But if you couldn't charge at home, if that was not an option, and you still want to own an electric vehicle, and you still want to own a Tesla or something like that, then my advice would be to try to charge on off-peak hours like the one here. I had to get up early. It's literally 6:40 a.m. It's 70 degrees. I do have the air on right now. It's comfortable in here. I'm in a Myers parking lot. They have 12 stalls here, and there was everyone but one was There was 11 available. So I pulled up at 32%, and I'm already up to 50, and we've been on this video for 5 minutes. So I went from 32 to 50, 18%, and I'm at 171 miles already. And I did that in 5 minutes. So their advertisement of, if you were doing a road trip in these cars, their advertisement of 200 miles in 15 minutes is accurate, because your goal would be to show up at a supercharger at like 20 to 30% and then charge up to 80%, and you would be in these places for 15 minutes and you'd be back on the road, and that's what's healthiest for your battery. But in this case, I want to get to 100%. I need to do it because Tesla said once a week, and the best time to do it is when I'm only paying 19 cents per kilowatt hour if I was going to do it at a supercharger location, because at 801 it's 41 cents here. It's double. If I could tell you, hey, if you show up at a gas station between 11 p.m. and 8 a.m. and you could get your gas almost 60% off, 55% off, you would do it. If you could get it for $1.30 a gallon, you would do it. So in this case, I have an appointment to get some tint stuff done to my car this morning, and they open at 8 o'clock. So I figured, well, I might as well take advantage of, if I'm going to get up early, I might as well take advantage of the charging at a discount price. So you can see there I'm up to $3.41, and my session I've gained 18 kilowatt hours, and I'm under $3.50. So 18 kilowatt hours is going to get me quite a bit of range, because I'm up to 183 miles now, and I was probably at like a little around 100 miles. So I've gained 85 miles in 7 minutes. So yeah, you're going to be able to get 200 miles, especially if you were at 20%, right? If you were at 20%, it'd be so important to understand that, because the car, it charges faster the lower the battery is. But you really don't want to go below 20, because it's not good for the vehicle. And really, it's better to be at 30, but you're supposed to live between 20 and 80. So that's really your real range if you want the life of your battery to be as long as possible. See, now there is a congestion fee, and I've seen this at all of them at 50 cents minimum, starting at 80-cent charge level, or once charging is complete. So let's see what that does. Congestion fee. So I'm assuming that means if they're all the stalls are full, they're going to charge you 50 cents per kilowatt hour, because they want you to pull out at 80%. So if that was the case, if these stalls were full, then I would stop charging at 80%, because that keeps these stalls empty. So if there's a lot of EVs in this area, people can charge without one person sitting there for an hour. Because my time to go to 80% was just 25 minutes, and it probably would have took 20. So I'm going to move you back up here, and you can see I'm actually at 40 minutes left. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit, but I don't mind. I got time to kill anyways, because I got my appointment as soon as I open is 8 o'clock. So I'm probably going to go to Myers and grab something to eat, at least get me a donut or something. But yeah, so that's where we're at. So it slowed down. When I first pulled up, I was getting 1,000 miles a minute. I was getting the full 250 kilowatt hours. Now I'm down to 98. It's going to slow down as you get more battery. But the estimated time of 50 minutes is probably going to finish before then. So we are getting a little more of we're up to 22. It's an 82 kilowatt tank, so this is basic, a little more than a quarter tank, and it was, you could see the cost there. It's under. So that means if this was completely empty, I could have went from 0 to 100 at this rate for about $16. So I could get 346 miles for 16 bucks. So that's just a comparison. So it is equal to 60 miles per gallon, really, if you think about it at this charge cost. But that's really cheap because some of these non-Tesla superchargers, they will charge you as much as 76 cents per kilowatt hour, like just standard EV ones. But they'll be fast. But I think this, if you're going to use these locations, it's worth your time to come either later in the evening or earlier in the morning. I get up early anyway, so it don't matter to me. But yeah, my goal here is to definitely get to 100%. I'm already at 62%, and we've been talking for 10 minutes, so that's the goal. Because I want to see it one time. We're up to, what's our mileage? 209 miles already. So we've got 109 miles in 10 minutes. So yeah. And naturally, it's going to slow down as it is slowing down. I'm getting 91 kilowatt hours because they do this. The reason they slow that down is because it's actually not good for your battery to juice 250 kilowatts rapidly into it, like just all the time. So they're slowing it down to kind of protect you from yourself. Like if you're like the type of person where maybe you're impatient because you're used to going to a gas station and you can fill up and put 20 gallons of gas in your car in under 5 minutes, this is meant to sort of protect you from yourself. It's going to slow down to try to protect your battery and get it closer to what it would be like closer to home charging. Obviously it would be faster. You're paying for that speed, but if you just use superchargers, you're gonna get less life out of your battery. It's not dramatically less from what my research is, but it is going to be less. So it's in your best interest to charge at home because financial reasons it's going to be cheaper. Because one, it's more convenient. You don't have to drive to a location like this. You just wake up and your car has always got a full tank and you never have to stop anywhere. So that is the advantage, right? That's why you would get an EV. Charge at home. Most hardcore people that want to be truly honest with you will tell you if you can't charge at home, do not get an electric vehicle. Because if these stalls are full and you're not watching your battery and you're not really paying attention, and you kind of like, with an electric car, you kind of got to think a little more than you do with a gas vehicle, because there's gas stations everywhere and there's not superchargers everywhere. So you really have to be more disciplined with how you're going to do it, your gas and stuff. I mean, your electric refueling. So like, I had to think about it. I knew my plan was to come this way. I was this way yesterday. I could have whipped over here and charged. It wouldn't have been that big of a deal. But I knew I was coming this way today, and I'd rather get it at the off. I would have had to pay 41 cents per kilowatt hour, which is double. So right now I would be at $10.64 for 28 kilowatt hours. It'd be a little more. It'd probably be like 11. Instead, I'm at 5.34. So I'm curious what I'm going to ultimately fill up at. But I'd say it's going to be, because if I had 30% and I'm getting 70, 30% of 82 would be probably like 28 kilowatts or something like that. So I'm probably going to need 50 plus kilowatt hours, give or take, close to it. So yeah, it should be a pretty affordable. And then once this is over, it instantly charges to my account, my card linked to my Tesla account, and then bam, bills the credit card, and I paid at the end of the month. Boom, all done. So last time I got in Lima, I got 38 kilowatt hours into my tank for $14.08. Right now, I'm clearly going to get it much cheaper because I'm at 30 kilowatt hours almost, and I've only paid less than $6. So I'm probably going to get 38 for, if it's 8, so you're probably close to $8, something like that, $7.60. So if it's 20 cents per kilowatt almost, so yeah. Okay, man, I'm trying to keep this under 15 minutes. I will check back with you. You can see the charges right there. 30 kilowatt hours, $5.72. So this is Max EV. This is my second supercharging location. I appreciate the watches. I appreciate the views. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and show you what I'm doing here. Hey, thank you. Have a good day.